This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. Go to bigheadsmedia.com for more great podcasts.
Ladies and gentlemen, making their way to the microphones, it's Kenny. It's Jack. It's the Rock and Roll Up Podcast.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
And wrestling fans of the world.
Mostly wrestling
and
fans.
the universe. I am Jack.
It's the day after the night before.
I am Jack.
It's the day after.
I am Jack.
Hello, I'm Kenny.
It's the day after the night before. All the wrestles.
And it's the Rock and Roll Up Podcast. Welcome.
Can you believe it? Busy weekend for wrestling.
We got through it all, people.
We got through it. We have yet to watch NXT UK in Cardiff, Wales. I've been to Wales. Didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it.
Didn't
either.
like it. No offence out there.
Yeah.
Don't turn off. We were, however, privy to New Japan's Royal Quest show.
Yesterday's already finished you off, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm done. New Japan's Royal Quest show.
Yeah.
In the Copper Box Arena in London.
Yeah.
That's right. We were there.
We are going to we're going to give you a short recap,
a unique perspective.
Yes, of Royal Quest. We're not going to talk too much about the matches. I think you can go other places for that, but
there are some spoilers. So if you don't want to know what happened in Royal Quest, don't listen on.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting because
if you don't want to know what happened at Royal Quest, why'd you click on?
Why'd you click on this, loser?
Yeah. Why'd you click?
So as soon as we came home from that, we then watched All Out. AEW's All Out, but we should start with Royal Quest, and then we'll move on to All Out later.
Indeed. So
lay it on me, Royal Quest.
Yeah,
London,
incredible venue. Walk in, you're straight there.
It was amazing, wasn't it? Yep, in the Olympic Park, where some Olympics happened.
Massive venue actually.
Yes, by
biggest venue we've seen wrestling. Wow. We did go to a large venue to WWE, but it's the biggest venue that we saw good wrestling in.
Yes, exactly. Great venue. Had a quick look at merch. We got there quite late because we had a lovely bit of pasta together, weren't we? Had a lovely meal, little pre-ritual, little pre-match meal, which was nice. So we turned up to the venue, got our seats.
Yeah, and within 10 minutes or so, we had the beginning. So we had Roppongi 3K versus Taguchi, Uno, and Narita.
Show started the show. It was good.
Yeah,
crowd loved them, man. Crowd was super good crowd.
It was good. I mean, the crowd instantly super hot.
Everyone loves Shooter McGavin.
Yeah,
over so much because of Moxley. His association with Moxley in the G1.
Yeah,
and loads of chance.
Taguchi hugely over as well,
kicking his ball into the crowd. That was a particular highlight.
It was good. Everyone looked good. Shooter looked
typical
good.
Three-way stuff, isn't it? Kind of
stuff.
3 versus 3. Big spots, some high flying, very fast paced.
Rocky Shonio picked up the win.
Yes, we like Rocky.
Nothing really of too much to mention here, apart from the main thing I think is it wasn't like, the crowd's warming up. Instant. Massive interest.
Great for the young lions as well too.
Huge.
Get that kind of crowd pop, but super enjoyable.
Yeah.
Start to the show. A show which featured I think at least 5 tag matches. So
it was a lot. Yeah.
It wasn't just a tag match has opened. It's sort of 2 hours of tag matches.
It was your standard New Japan house show card, or even like a sort of G1.
No, it's all
block.
like that. Yeah.
Well, actually, any. I mean, Wrestle Kingdom starts with plenty of tag matches. Just really clever. Protects the guy. Protects everyone. You can do storylines. You can do all sorts. And as you'll see in a couple of matches later on, you can go slightly easier, especially on people that have been nursing injuries.
I think so, and that was definitely evident throughout the night. But great start to the show.
Yeah. Second. Ibushi's already on.
You're strange one, that. Yeah, Ibushi, second match of the night.
Yeah.
Still nursing a bit of a foot injury.
The thing is, I guess the card was stacked full of names. Someone had to go on second.
Yeah.
Possibly I wouldn't have chosen Ibushi, but
the winner of the G1.
Still, at the end of the day, came out. Massive reaction.
He's revered, isn't he, like a god?
Bullet Club come out, Takahashi and...
Don't know how you pronounce this guy's name.
Hikuleo? Yeah, didn't realise how big he was.
Yeah.
Jeez, massive.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of stuff in England, I think.
He looked good.
Yeah, they're good.
As a big guy,
good.
looked... agile.
Yeah.
He was doing all sorts of stuff, wasn't he? Kota and Juice pick up the win. Loads of cannonballs, that was nice.
Cannonballs was good, lots of chance for Juice. When Juice has his kind of punching spot was good.
Yeah.
Again, nothing too much of note here, just the obvious spots, the Kamigoye obviously for the win, Yeah, just some good stuff, nice hard hitting, Bullet Club were fine.
Yeah,
you know?
They were fine.
Everyone loves Kota, shaking everyone's hand at the end.
Brilliant.
Selfies, love that man. Love that man.
Love that man.
So yeah, really, really fun match. Again, crowd super hot for that.
Yeah.
Massive cheer for the next match.
Yeah, and then I guess probably the first great match of the night was next. Will Ospreay, Robbie Eagles defeating Taiji Ishimori and El Phantasmo.
Yes, I'd never seen Robbie or El Phantasmo.
No.
Will being the hometown boy, or at least home country boy.
Such a big pop.
Huge pop for the guy. He was so fired up.
Oh
he was
my God. He came out.
Let's do that.
And you could just see... he was... I think he got to the end of the ramp before he got anywhere near the ring and just sort of looked around and just went, here we go.
This is it.
And then he ran around the outside of the ring.
He turns it up for the UK boys.
And
lots
he went,
of chance for him.
Yeah. It was
Ospreay,
it was great.
Ospreay.
It didn't go super long, but it didn't really need to.
You know what? And they didn't do anything crazy.
No.
Double team Spanish fly from Robbie and Ospreay.
For the win was really nice.
For the win. So they won with a high flying double team tag team move, which was fantastic. Great mate. Lots of high flying stuff as you'd expect.
I think the MVP, and I mean it's been he's been there a long time now. Well, not a long time, but quite a while. Taiji Ishimori
he's a boss, isn't he?
Unbelievably
Yeah, even in
good.
that ring, he was the smallest.
Oh yeah, I mean, as a junior heavyweight, he is a junior heavyweight.
Yeah,
he is so much smaller than even, well, like you said, anyone.
Yeah,
junior
heavyweight does his sliding under the ropes, German suplex.
Oh, I love that.
I can't remember what he
so
calls
quick.
it. Yeah, someone was like, "Oh, I didn't invent it. Someone else does that." And I was like, "Go burn yourself in a fire.
Go
and learn a lesson." Yeah.
I think you can really. The thing that was instantly noticeable was just how quickly they moved in comparison to the match before and the match before that. Will was zipping around.
I mean, Will now is wrestling at 60-70% of what he used to wrestle at.
Yeah.
Not only spot wise, but speed wise. He used to be quick.
Yeah.
In here, he dialed it up that extra kind of 10%, 20%.
He went for it.
And Robbie looked great. I didn't know. Obviously, I know he's
Yeah.
big on the scene for a long time. I didn't see too much of him before, but Robbie looked great.
What's nice is
Phantasmo was great, doing some amazing rope stuff.
What I really liked on this show is that the crowd were just so they were both super hot, but they were very respectful on the whole. Like when you consider the match before, speaking about Shota Umino, that didn't stop Narita getting chance.
No.
Because if you got, it was like Umino got a chance, but then it was like, well, this guy's in the ring, he's doing exactly the same thing. So everyone was getting over.
Absolutely.
It wasn't like, although people were crazy for Ibushi,
well, they had their
and
favourites,
in this
always
match
will.
crazy for Ospreay. It's not like there weren't Robbie Eagles' chance. It's not like there weren't El Phantasmo chance.
The respect shown is so different to any other shows we've seen live. I know we've seen a couple of New Japan joint shows, but just it's our first actual solo New Japan show.
Yeah.
We can talk a bit more about that.
Yeah, we did. The Milton Keynes show.
Yeah.
Which was Strong Style Evolved or Red Pro.
And we saw the...
was it War of the Worlds? Was it called that?
Yes, possibly.
Yeah. The ROH NJPW show at York Hall a couple of years ago.
Bethnal Green.
Yeah, that was... but yes, first solo NJPW show, and well, as you'll see from us talking about it throughout the rest of this.
Quite a good one.
Quite liked it.
I think they also announced that spoiler alert, for the Super J Cup, El Phantasmo won it.
Yeah, not happy with that.
Yeah, I didn't even know...
It's filmed,
what was going on.
It doesn't start. Or has it just started? It's not been shown yet.
To be honest, there's so much New Japan content. Yeah. I haven't even got halfway through the G... Well, I've watched some of the G1, but I'm just so behind on it.
I've got 2 days left of the G1 to watch.
Yeah.
The final and one of the block finals. The one with Jay White in.
I wish they took a little bit more of a break between tournaments.
Yeah. But yeah, the Super
So
J
he
Cup,
won, apparently.
which was filmed and didn't come out yet, was the winner was ruined.
Confused about this filming, and even this, although it was live streamed, this won't actually be released for a month or so. I don't think Royal Quest.
So
they've got to sort their schedule.
What was it then? It was live on Fight.
Was it, or was it live on New Japan World? I'm not sure.
No, I thought it was a month delay on New Japan World, but live.
Oh, it was on another network.
I don't know.
Weird. Yeah,
people were definitely streaming.
Well, there was huge issues with streaming, wasn't there? Obviously, we weren't privy to that because we were in there.
Unaware of that, but from
everyone. A lot of buffering and things, which is a shame because you missed a really, really fantastic show.
Yeah.
So yes, and they call. By the way, they've dubbed themselves the Birds of Prey, Osprey and Eagle.
Name.
Really cool Osprey name. And Eagles. And they're looking like, after the Osprey's promo at the end, which was a very fiery promo, that they're going to challenge for the junior heavyweight tag team titles,
which are held by Ishimori and Phantasmo. So they've beat them. It's just great
stuff.
Great logic, isn't it?
Yeah.
You beat the champions, you face the champions.
Makes sense. I like it.
Which
logic, my friend,
leads on to what happened right at the end of the night, but we'll get to that later. Next match, again, after that, it was a bit of a palate cleanser, and I think they used the fact of the people who were in the match to take the pace down. They didn't go crazy, but I mean, it was Naito and Sanada versus Jay White and Chase Owens.
First time seeing Naito and Sanada live. Unbelievable, wasn't it?
Seen Jay before and Chase.
Yes.
Naito was so popular you couldn't really hear his music.
Unbelievable.
The pop. I mean, the hot like we'll say over and over again. The crowd was so loud.
Fantastic.
I'd like to see footage of it to see if it
went
picked
it up well or not.
I watched a bit of Simon Miller earlier, who said that
our friend Simon Miller.
Yeah, our good friend,
our good close personal friend,
who
Simon
shared
Miller.
One of our tweets.
He did, yes.
Yesterday.
Take a look on Simon Miller's page. You'll see us on there.
Love that.
Here's why.
But yeah, hopefully it came across because Naito was where it just the reaction was crazy.
Yeah, great. Looking cool. Wouldn't fist bump anyone. And at the end of the ramp, just fist bumped a kid. Coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
Takes off his trousers. Ooh.
Yeah. He puts them back on. Ooh. He takes them a bit off. Ooh. He puts them back on.
It was brilliant.
And then the pop for taking his trousers off. Huge.
One of the biggest pops of the night. Yeah. That's what kind of pop I get when I'm at home, mate.
Just quite a slow paced match. Standard moves.
Naito didn't do enough.
I agree.
In this match. I don't know if he's injured, if they're protecting him. He got the loudest cheers. Jay White got the loudest boos. Jay White is hated. They've done a very good job of making him a hated heel.
There is one person who got bigger boos.
Wow.
But
me.
Jay got, everyone was unhappy.
When I was in come out that toilet.
Yeah. But, yeah, Jay White, really like Jay White now.
Yeah, I've done a bit of a 360 on him. I thought he was a bit boring.
It's
that beard, mate.
It's the beard.
It's the beard. I'm telling you, it's the beard. He looks great, though.
It's like my tattoos.
Oh, you've changed.
Yeah,
you're a changed man. But yeah, so really good. Sanada submitted Chase with a skull end. So Sanada played a part as well in the later on proceedings. But not enough Naito for me. No. After the match, Jay White started attacking LIJ.
I think that's the only... I think as the bell went, you said, there wasn't really enough Naito in that. I said, well, I agree, but they may bring it back with a post-match. And we did get to see a Destino, which was nice. Yes,
that was nice. Yeah, they had a bit of a scrap after the bell, and White hit Sanada with a chair. Naito evaded it, hit White with a Destino, and then got the 3 count on him.
That was hilarious.
Which was strange. In fact, he got a 4 count.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. So, we went home happy knowing that Naito had hit a Destino, which looked gorgeous.
Yeah, it was. And sat on the chair that he had been attacked with.
Just so cool. Tranquilo.
Really cool. And set up what looks like a Jay White.
Someone did tweet us and saying it's looking like it's for another next
one of the Destruction shows.
So that's
Destruction in. Where do they do the?
I don't know.
Destruction in somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
And there was little storyline beats that were like, as he came in, he sort of slid the IC title and it landed at Jay White's feet. And
very good.
It was really cool. But yeah, great match. Well, not great match, but just great to see everyone.
Good angle. Existed as an angle.
Good angles,
But yes, really enjoyed it. Great to see Naito.
Following that was GOD, Tonga and Loa against with Jado against Aussie Open. And really, go and watch this match. It was fun. It was back and forth. But just the best part of this match was the beginning, where
2-3 minutes this wasn't it? First time we've ever seen this. Dueling chants.
Just Aussie Open, G-O-D.
Aussie Open.
G-O-D.
Over and over and
for
over.
2 minutes
It was
minimum.
funny, and then it went past being funny to surreal. Then it became beautiful. Then it became funny again.
And then I've
never seen nothing like it.
They just stood there facing each other down, and it just went on.
It felt like Rock Hogan, or like it was. I know it sounds such a strange
phenomenal
comparison. I've never seen or
it was
heard Dueling
beautiful.
chants
It was
like
so
that
nice to be a part of, and
no one open as well. Which
no
was great
one
for them.
felt like stopping.
No, we didn't.
And then
because they won a tournament, didn't they? Aussie, they won.
Yeah, it was the Rev Pro tournament.
The Rev Pro tag team tournament to get the opportunity to face GOD. So we didn't know coming into this who they were going to face.
Yeah.
We've seen them before. They're very good.
Yeah, great.
Everybody chants for them. Aussie. You know, so loads of chants.
Yeah.
From the dueling chants onwards,
and then the dueling chants turn into, and it shows, I think. They let it go and go and go and go and go, but then just before it died out, they use it to get heat.
Yeah,
and
attack them
sneak
before
attack
the bell.
Attack them before the bell.
Naughty boys. Really good match. Again, nothing crazy of note.
No.
Some kind of lot of cutting off of the ring by the Gorillas. You know what they're like, big brash boys slamming people around.
Yeah.
Aussie Open doing kind of the hot tag, the fiery comeback as they do.
Yeah.
Pretty ground and pound stuff, really.
Hit a magic killer, which was cool to see.
Always good to see that good one as well.
They did a couple of false finishes that you were like, oh, that's that then.
Yeah.
Aussie, and it sort of, it built to a sort of, oh my, what's happening here?
There was a moment where we thought
they kicked out of a magic
surely
killer,
they can't win,
and they kicked out of a double power bomb.
Yeah.
And then you thought, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And I remember at one point it was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But it did then turn around to another double power bomb.
Yes, they smashed in powerbomb from the top rope, and Kyle Fletcher was pinned. That was it. So Gorillas, I think they've defended it. I think it was 5 times consecutively now defended those belts. So their reign is, according to my statistics, 189 days long.
Nice,
which is quite good. So
nice.
I don't know who's going to take it from.
Growing into the reign, I think, because
again, initially we were never sure of them. You know, a couple of years back, I found him a bit corny, especially Tangaloa. I just kind of Tamatonga side. I just kind of felt a bit like, I'm not really sure about you, but they're great, man. They've really fell into place now with this new iteration of Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've been there since the beginning, but now I really feel like they're really starting to grow, and they're great. I mean, they're great wrestlers. He's got a great drop kick. But healing it up. But Aussie Open looked great, and don't know if there'll be some crossover there, whether they'll come back in and out, because they were over. If the bookers heard that, they would be silly not to book Aussie Open again.
Totally happy to continue because
they were fantastic.
This feud with more matches. To be honest,
not quite sure who they're signed to. If it is just Rev or they do all the indies, I think they do multiple indies. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yes, really, really good. So and good for a match that had no build. Fantastic. So
and then that is the end of the tag matches.
Yes, that was a good few. We were a little bit bit tagged out now.
Tagged out.
We had a little wander. We had to get a water.
Yeah.
Q too big. Yeah. Look at the merch. Q too big.
Went
for a little wee. That was nice.
That was good.
A lot of toilets in the copper box. So if anyone's there, you won't want for toilets because
there's plenty of toilets,
which I love.
But only too much, Dan.
Yeah. Could say they're the same thing. Even though we bought merch.
We move then into predicted match of the night.
A match that we somehow were not aware of until being in the venue.
Yeah. Kenta.
Boom.
Nuclear heat.
Coming off a hot angle, which I'm sure everybody's aware of, at which his mentor and friend Shibata came down to the ring and was beaten to a pulp. Shibata, who has terrible brain injuries.
Joined the Bullet Club.
Kenta joined the Bullet Club.
And then is attacked by Shibata. And then is the classic Bullet Club picture of the person you attack and then sort of everyone gathered around him. Kenta sat on his chest.
I said to you, I'll say it again, get that on a t-shirt.
Yeah, put it on a bloody
Print
t-shirt.
Print that on a t-shirt. It was fantastic. So we just legged it back from the merch stand to see both the entrances.
Yeah.
Kenta, biggest booze of the night bar Jay White, but it was bigger than Jay's. Hated. Yeah. Walked down nice and slow, looking like a right little arsehole.
Always holding his ear up.
It's brilliant. Ishii comes down.
Yeah.
Ooh, here he comes.
Yeah. Love Ishii.
Love that man.
Probably my favourite.
The weakest handshake we've ever felt of a wrestler. It was a little wet wipe. When we met him previously.
It was a great hard-hitting match.
Reluctant to face off at first, though. Kenta kind of got out the ring. He was doing the typical cowardly heel. Not that he's a coward, but sort of disrespectful to Ishii. Wouldn't get in the ring, you know.
And then I thought it was because we were, you know, we had a great view, but we were far away, I suppose. Not far enough. Well, we were front row of the top of the top tier.
Yeah, but we could still see everything.
After the fact, it has come out that Kenta got quite badly injured.
He ended up in hospital. Yeah.
Got knocked out with a concussion. To be honest,
it's not evident to me.
I didn't. I was unaware. I'm not
surprised.
I thought it was great selling.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because there was some. Well, we'll talk about it. There was some stiffness in this.
Oh, it was stiff.
So Kenta kept mimicking Shibata, doing like the running drop kick.
Yeah,
things.
I loved that.
Huge boos, corner drop kick, boos.
Instant, huge boos for the corner drop kick.
Crowd, just nuclear heat.
Yeah.
And it was just back and forth, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They were hitting the shit out of each other. They were chopping, they were slapping.
Apparently,
they were mopping, they were clapping, they were bopping, they were napping. They were just, it was back and forth.
Yeah.
Some of the hardest, apart from the main event, kicks and chops and slaps.
Yeah.
The
Kenta's
weird
kicks are just...
I mean, he's a machine, isn't he?
But apparently it was a German where he landed on his head, possibly.
He did take a few dodgy bumps,
where he ended up being concussed. And it's I personally didn't think it affected the match too much, but possibly on camera it did.
Yeah, no, they seemed like totally even throughout, reversing, nothing particularly technical, it was very brawly. A lot of, you know, they were trying for the brainbuster, trying for the GTS, there was the double foot stomp. Then some naughty boys came out, didn't they?
GOD come out
towards the end of the match.
Yeah, and you think, okay, it's going to happen.
You went,
this way.
No.
Oh no. I saw them coming down and went, oh no.
So that made me laugh.
But what I really liked about this was that they came in and Ishii sort of fought them off.
Initially.
And then it looked like he had him in a magic killer and then he sort of kicked them off.
Yeah.
But it did end, shockingly, with Kenta winning the never.
Well, I thought it would, but I thought, would they do it in the UK? But they were bigging up this pay-per-view. Yeah. Kenta pinned Ishii with a fantastic go to sleep. I've seen a few on TV. I've not come across looking good.
They've not looked great. But this one was solid.
Ibushi was rubbish. This one,
the Ibushi
so
one
good.
Was bad.
Sold it like a dream.
I think there was one. Was it? It was someone else as well that was bad. And it was mainly
a lot of people can't get their head down.
Yeah, it was mainly across the chest.
Yeah. Tomohiro has had no successul defences of this never openweight title in this reign. 89 days it lasted. Yeah.
Oh, really short then.
We've said it a million times, I'll say it again. Move the guy up and give him the heavyweight title. Please, I know he's lost here. There's no automatic rematches and bullshit. Move the guy up. He is beloved in Japan, in America, in England. Everywhere the guy wrestles, everybody loves him. Give the guy the run at the top, even if it's for a little while.
Yeah. The thing is,
he's one of the best, if not at the moment, the best wrestler in the world.
He's in the top three at the moment.
Yeah, Meltzer seems to think that there's no one that is better than
he's
Ishii.
My favourite. His matches, you are guaranteed for them to be good every match.
Yeah.
Even his match against Yano in the G1 was hilarious.
Doesn't matter who he faces. Yeah, he's one of those guys that he can have a great match with anyone. Yeah. So this was when, and the card was great, but anyway, this is when we thought, wow, this is one of the best matches we've ever seen live.
And especially with the title change, you think, oh, hold on a minute.
It was so good to be there for that.
Yeah. Following on, Zach, obviously, I hope Kenta gets well, not too injured.
I think he's okay. He was tweeting and stuff, so I think he's fine.
So yeah, thoughts with him, and just
Lord knows he's been injured enough.
Don't take some time. Do not work through injuries.
Yeah.
Because after the last few years, I do not want to see Kenta out again.
No, that would be... Jeez.
I was so
Imagine
happy.
if he has a brain injury after Shibata. Can you believe that?
That would be something, wouldn't it? Oh, no.
But I think he's okay, so get well soon.
Yeah. Moving on. Zack Sabre Jr. Tanahashi.
One of my faves.
Yeah.
Love Zack.
Zack, don't you?
Again, hometown boy,
Yeah.
Coming from England. Pretty even split though. People love Zack. There's a lot of Zack Sabre Jr. chants, but when you're against someone of Tanahashi's ilk, it's going to be split. The crowd's
so
going to be
cool
split.
to see. First time we've seen Tanahashi.
Yeah. Amazing.
So cool. So cool.
I don't think his bicep was taped either. I didn't see it.
No, it was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Ignore me.
It wasn't. I mean, they faced each other a lot. It wasn't their best match by any means.
No, it was very good.
It was good.
No, it wasn't. They've had better matches.
Yeah.
It's obviously a ground-based fight. Submissions, pin, attempts, joint attacks, taking it out the arm, taking out the legs. Tanahashi kind of trying to prove that as the old guy, he still can work around a younger guy.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
It works. Good redemption story.
Yeah,
not that
really
he really
good.
needed it, but it's like, I can counter everything you've done, and the more times they wrestle, he can counter more things. So it is good storytelling.
Great, yeah.
You know, this wasn't their kind of a main event worthy match, but everyone looked great.
Great high flight flow into an armbar, which apparently on TV the pulling on the arm was so severe. It looked bad from where we were. Yeah, but I think it was facing the opposite corner of where we were. So we were. If you're watching on the hard cam, we were to the right. On the start of the front row of the upper circle essentially.
Yeah.
But I think the arm was facing the opposite corner.
We couldn't quite see them.
But apparently it looks absolutely brutal on TV.
Everything he does looks crisp and brutal, doesn't it, old Zaki? Loads of sling blades from Tanahashi, which was always nice to see.
Over.
But really good. High FIFO, and that was it. Becomes the 22nd Rev Pro British Heavyweight Champion.
Another huge.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
Zach's title was over. He lasted, I think it's over 200 days. He had that belt.
I got it.
I think it was 235. I think.
Yeah. Super long range.
Hopefully, we'll come back to Britain to defend it. I would hope so. In Rev Pro or some of the indies locally would be great.
I'd say maybe the biggest pop of the night, and I think it was.
It was a huge pop.
I think it was.
Which was unusual, actually.
I think it was because of the surprise. I did not think Tanner would win.
No.
And I think everyone was so like, "Oh shit, we've just witnessed two massive title changes." Kenta more predictable.
You do get worried at
a
house show that you might not see anything crazy, and when you do, it is. It always brings you back to when we saw Hangman come out and face Pac at WrestleGate Pro. That will never happen, and when it does, you go, "Wow, I'm so grateful to have been here." And it was very much that. This wasn't quite a Kenta Ishii, but still really great to see the title change. Yeah. Great to see Tanahashi, and obviously great to see Zach. Then, of course, we reach the pinnacle of
wrestling.
Okada,
Suzuki, both huge pops. Okada
he's a god, isn't he? The man is a god. I want his jacket
so much.
His gown.
He comes out just looking. He's really he's the next level, isn't he? Anyone that night, even Tanner.
No, he's not. Yeah, I mean,
Okada comes out,
a great hand,
and the electricity in the room changes.
It's palpable. Yeah,
he comes out.
Suzuki comes out first. Like an absolute villain from hell.
Beast.
We were saying he has black shoes. And black trunks.
Yeah,
that's it. And a towel on his head when he comes in.
Yeah.
There's no gimmick. There's no nonsense. They showed a great. One thing we haven't spoke about is the video packages and the kind of the visuals throughout the whole night, which were really good for the solo matches.
They did
great graphics, great ramp. Everything looked. If I have to say, a little bit of a step up for New Japan house shows. Actually,
it did. Yeah.
Great video package for this.
Yeah,
Suzuki saying, Suzuki good members of the world unite. We want to destroy everything. Kind of James Bond villain promo.
The disrespect of not being in the G1.
Yeah, why went on the Gym 1? I'm going to take it out on Okada. It was all dubbed, obviously, in English, but he comes out, and of course, everyone's singing his theme.
Yeah,
it was just, we didn't know the lyrics. We wanted to, but yeah, just fantastic entrances. Okada, like we said, comes out. A little bit of pyro throughout the night as well. He got a bit of pyro, and a couple of other people got pyro. But yeah, just what an entrance. So the entrance alone was amazing. But then the match begins, and of course it's an absolute brawl.
Oh my god,
absolute fight.
And it was long, so it started slow, like standard main events in New Japan, and then it moves up and up and up, and it goes gear to gear to gear.
Yeah, a lot of wrestling on the mat, a lot of standing up.
Yeah.
Suzuki got the chair as he always does. He got the steel chair.
Yeah,
Referee told him not to. Red shoes, by the way. Great ref, obviously.
Yeah.
Hugging the chair.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let go of the chair.
Chance for red shoes.
Yeah.
Where he did a bow.
Yes, he did do a bow. We
love
you, red shoes.
Yeah.
Suzuki obviously doing the thing where he laughs in the face of the strikes.
Yeah.
Pushes himself walks into the strikes. And Okada can throw a forearm.
Yeah. Not quite
like Suzuki.
The best. I mean, just go and watch it. I think it will get 5 stars.
I would hope so.
From old Davey
the
boy.
bit for us that it entered next level is when they both put their arms behind their back.
Yeah.
And began sort of a 1, 2, 3 minute strike exchange.
It was the standard sort of
absolute silence. Suzuki begins.
Arm strike.
Bone on bone.
Everyone goes mental.
Thud.
And then everyone again. And it was quite enough to hear it very, very audibly. And
we were a bit
Lord.
naughty, but we recorded a few quick videos of this exchange.
We
can hear it through, an okay speaker of a phone.
Head to our Twitter for mainly. I mean, I think
you'll have to skip back
as
to
a
the
rule,
all-out tweets, but
as a rule, we will never record footage from within the match.
No, never.
We put out entrances. But we did put out about a minute's worth of this, just to get the sound of the strikes.
It was a couple of the strikes were like the hardest strikes I've ever seen live.
It was the ear strike, wasn't it? That made
sort of
a
cracked
different
him on the ear, and it made a
different.
Sound. It was sort of a wood block sound that I've never quite heard before. Obviously, the Okada saving the dropkick to about 30 minutes in. He's amazing, picture perfect.
Yeah.
Lots of headbutts.
There was no
sleeper holds.
No even attempt of a Rainmaker for so long.
No.
And I think the great thing, the proof of the sort of incredible nature of this show is exemplified perfectly by the fact that we just thought Suzuki could actually win. I mean, of course, today we look back and we think, obviously
of course he couldn't
not.
have won, but in the moment, we were going mad. He's going to do it. He defied the Rainmaker. He got out. There was one, but he kicked out, I believe.
Yeah.
He went for the Gotch style pile driver. We were begging him to get it.
Over
hit
again.
it. Just hit it, damn you. Hit the damn move.
He's got him there, and he picks him up, and he goes down, and he picks him up and goes down. And the whole crowd. In the end, it was so hot that people were booing. They were booing Okada. People were desperate for the change.
I've never known that ever. People were booing Okada. And of course, when Okada won, they were cheering Okada.
Oh, of course.
But in the moment, I mean, Rainmaker and the win, and that was that. But I mean, I'm going to say it's the best match I've ever seen live.
Yeah, without doubt. Without doubt, the best match I've ever seen.
I mean, just sublime. So Art at his finest, Ospreay put out a tweet saying it was about 6,000 capacity in the arena, and I think it's actually more. And this is the greatest pro wrestling on the planet. And although we watched All Out, which is a fantastic show, which we'll come to, it is hard to deny that this isn't the greatest wrestling on the planet.
This was,
not only on TV, but when you're there in person and you see this, it is quite an emotional experience.
As we said. We haven't watched NXT Cardiff, but from watching All Out, which was incredible, which we'll get on to, Okada Suzuki is my match of the weekend.
I would say so.
Yeah.
We're biased because we were there.
It was. Yeah. But so that is NJPW Royal Quest. It went a little bit deeper than we initially planned, actually.
Great crowd, met some lovely people there. Shout out to Chris, who we met, who...
we had a good chat with on the way back.
Who very kindly... followed us. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for that.
Thanks for that.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
So always lovely to meet people. Great crowd. Got a little bit of merch at the end. I got the Royal Quest t-shirt, which was good.
Yeah.
Picked up some posters.
I got a Los Ingobernables
de Japón
towel.
Yes, you got a little towel that you can
I love
scrub your genitals with every day.
Yeah.
You've been doing it right now, actually, haven't you?
Yeah.
What's going on there?
The closer Naito is to my penis, the better.
So a little bit of merch. I don't often buy merch, normally because I'm poor. But it was just such a gorgeous design, and it had all the logos on the and the dates on the back.
Yeah,
people
really
can see it's like a beautiful blue colour with the Royal Quest logo.
Yeah.
Had to be getting a t-shirt. We could spend a lot of money on New Japan
so
merch.
much.
And all out merch.
Spoke to a nice Scottish lady who is in the Navy.
In the Navy.
And they wear navy blue t-shirts underneath their uniforms.
Navy blue t-shirts.
Yeah, exactly. And she said, I'm just going to buy this and wear this one instead.
Fine.
Brilliant. She said it's got a crest on it. It looks navy-ish.
It's got a crest on it. It's got a bloody crest on it.
No one's going to know. Yeah.
There we go. So, a little bit longer than we thought. So, we might have to run through AEW a little bit. But, fantastic show. Whenever it's deemed worthy to be on New Japan World or wherever it's going, watch Royal Quest. I wouldn't skip anything, but if you're going to, start from Kenta Ishii onwards. Yeah. Watch the last hour and a half. Absolutely sublime.
Yep. Incredible.
So, we rushed home and we missed maybe quarter of an hour of the all-out pre-show.
About midnight, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. A long day. Yeah, we were out most of the day. So we got in, we rushed in. Obviously, we didn't do any predictions moving forward. I think, like we've said before, we're going to just do our predictions on Twitter because we love engaging with people on Twitter. So I think we'll just do our predictions on Twitter, live tweet the events, and do the odd kind of review podcast for wrestling shows moving forward. Yeah. Unless it's something like a Mania or something like that.
Yeah, you can check our we pretty much live tweet all events that we then do reviews
That's
for.
it. So if you want to see who we predicted for things and what we thought of anything and you haven't seen that yet, please go to Roll Up Pod on Twitter because it's all there, baby. With some bloody funny GIFs as well.
Yeah, love a GIF.
So we get in, we've missed half of
the
inventor
of GIFs says that it's pronounced GIFs.
Yeah.
It's not, mate.
It's not, though, is it?
No, we own it now. We own it.
I own that, and I'm saying it's GIF.
Yeah. Why would it be GIF? It's not a J.
Gif?
He's a Gif.
He's one of those. He's a GILF.
Anyway.
So, Nyla Rose, we'll go very quick through this. Missed some of it. Nyla Rose wins the Casino Battle Royale, which seems to be a stalwart. It seems to be there's going to be a Battle Royale on all of the buy-ins, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. It seems
was
to be
there a men's? Because there
wasn't a men's, no.
I was doing some mastering of an episode coming out next
technical work.
In 2 weeks' time.
Absolutely. Nyla Rose wins. She was very much playing the Andre the Giant kind of role. Big threat. No one could get her out. Yeah. A lot of kind of false eliminations over the ropes. People, she's going to touch the floor. She's not. All these kind of things. The librarian.
The librarian did come
She was
out.
in it. Lever was in it, yeah. Awesome Kong was there. Brandy Rhodes was there. Jazz was there, who was obviously big in WWE.
Oh, cool.
Mercedes Martinez, who was I think she's been Stardom. She's done the Mae Young Classic. Big. A lot of people sort of, why has nobody snapped her up?
Right.
She was kind of, had the Joker card, so she kind of came in. Super pop for her.
Yeah.
All the kind of the big names were pretty much eliminated. So it's Britt Baker, Martinez, Rose, and B Priestley, obviously.
Oh yeah.
B been putting in some fantastic work in Stardom.
Yeah.
Was on Double or Nothing, doing some great stuff as well.
Yeah.
It's quite powerful, I guess, that we saw Ospreay in one place and then his partner B was in what we watched later on in the night. It's quite nice to see this kind of
cool.
The world of wrestling is kind of very inclusive.
Interesting news coming out the day after. So I presume that Smiley.
So Kylie Ray.
Yes. Kylie Ray.
So as of now, has requested.
So she wasn't in
it. Not in the show. No, she has not been seen. Obviously, I hope she's okay. She has disappeared off most of social media and hasn't been seen. She was, what people say is playing the Bayley role, perhaps better than Bayley plays. Hopefully she's well. We shan't speculate as to what's going on, but as of this time, she's not with AEW, so no.
She has, requested a release.
No Kylie Ray's been granted. Tony Khan did speak about it at the press conference. If anyone wants to go and have a look, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
So she wasn't there, which was a shame. But in the end, Nyla Rose threw out everybody, got Britt Baker out, which was a surprise because Britt's been at all the press conferences. Yeah. Britt's very much pushed.
And from the card, you'll see it's going to be an interesting first champion. So, not expected at all.
Yeah, not expected. So Nyla Rose wins. A decent pop, although she's kind of the heel. So yeah, I mean, it was. I don't think the crowd was that happy, but willing to. I shall not judge this early. Willing to see where it will go. So we just caught the end of that. Private Party defeated Jack Evans and Angelico.
Cool.
Hate their entrance with a passion.
Private Party.
No, Jack Evans and Angelico. They do their stupid walk thing.
Oh yeah.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Private Party are great. You know, they just kind of do what they do. They've always been very good. Super athletic, as you'd expect. This match, high flying moves, counters, like big dives, shooting star press,
all that,
suplexes, 450s, all the obvious stuff that you would think. Just 4 incredibly impressive guys that have been around for a long time, but great to see them moving forward on TV, really displaying what they can do, because they are very good. So they did all kind of shake hands at the end, but then Evans and Angelico attacked Private Party, so looking like it's going to be a bit of a longer feud, perhaps.
Nice.
But really, really good. I think it was a cutter, of which there were about 50 variations. I think it was some kind of cutter on Evans for the pin.
Right.
But really, really good. Super athletic guys. Perfect, I would say, for a pre-show at this point, because it's kind of like, wow, this is high-flying, exciting.
It is
what these people can do.
in.
They do have some personalities. Private Party have a lot more personality than the other guys, but little bit of character work perhaps needed on both teams at the moment to just elevate them. But looking like this tag division is stacked. We'll talk a bit more about that later. But the actual show begins with another tag match in SCU versus what have now been dubbed the Jungle Express. Was it? No, the Jurassic Express. The
Jurassic Express, yeah.
Jungle Boy, Marco Stunt, and Luchasaurus.
Yeah. Just
great
really,
match.
really
SCU
fun.
always opening up everything.
I love SCU.
Just little crepe promo at the beginning.
Yeah.
They can speak, man. They can wrestle. They can speak.
Scorpio
is up there with Kazarian and Daniels.
Really
I know
good.
he's still been wrestling like 15 years or something, but like he's not the odd one out here. They work so beautifully together. They're so funny and just like they're just great. Luchasaurus
doing a great dive.
Luchasaurus was an absolute star here.
And he did a
mega star.
And
He's diving. He's doing moonsaults. He's doing choke slams. He's like, I mean, this guy moves better than like a Kane.
Oh, without
doubt.
doubt.
Or maybe even a Taker in his later years. He is so athletic. Just his kicks, these meaty dinosaur legs.
Yeah.
This man is pretending to be a dinosaur.
Yeah, I love it.
The most over guy.
He's so stacked as well. He's incredible.
So good. They look so good together. Stunt is tiny. Jungle Boy's kind of medium. Luchasaurus is large. They look so good together.
Do so much stuff with the smaller guys. With him.
And they're great. They're great for the hot tag as well. You know. Really, Luchasaurus stood out here. I mean, obviously, SCU are amazing, and they actually ended up winning with the best Meltzer ever, which is that kind of moonsault pile driver thing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Stunt took the pin, which of course I'm not surprised. I do remember him doing the weigh-in on Starcast, and he was like 102 pounds or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, he's tiny. He's a tiny man.
That's like my left leg.
He's a small guy, but just great.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
like.
Great start. Standard start, but great start.
Just great. Like, there was a little bit of mention of trio stuff. We were thinking they initially denied there would be trios titles, although
and there is something later.
It kind of seems like they're teasing it. I don't know.
With Best Friends that seem to have had a third member, and is there going to be 6-man belts? You said that you thought that.
Well, they did say no. There's 2. I think the Bucks said that's just we don't need them.
Too many. Yeah, maybe they'll
all these trios.
Incorporate 3-bird rule in a different way, in that you can do 6v6 for the tag titles. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a lot of trios coming through, so
there's a hurricane coming through.
Yeah, indeed.
But great match. SCU wins, kicks things. I don't want them to see.
I'd love the Hurricanes
to start every single WWE.
Great,
yeah, I don't want to see
SCU
open every pay-per-view because it's like
have they done so far every one, haven't they?
I think so.
Maybe the last, and I think
maybe they were on the pre.
They did All In, didn't they?
Hurricane was on the first Battle Royale in All In, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
So he did work.
I want to see I want to see Hurricane versus everyone.
Yeah, dream match. Hurricane versus Kenny Omega. Talking about Kenny Omega, second match of the night, which we still do not agree with this placement at all, because sadly it affected at least the next hour, if not more, of programming. Pac versus Kenny Omega.
Yeah, I mean,
second match of the night. What on earth are they thinking?
It was an odd placement. However, it was incredible.
One of maybe the second or third best matches of the weekend for us anyway.
Yeah.
So Omega's been on and off with his wins and losses.
He has.
John Moxley's obviously been taken out of MRSA. wishing him all the best as we always do. Hopefully he's getting better. I'm not sure if he's already had surgery or not.
Yeah,
he probably has by now. So that match was off. So
there's been a lot of mess.
There's been a lot
with Hangman and then Pac
and then
Pac
Kenny
didn't
do it, and
then so it was Kenny and Jericho, Hangman and Pac, and then they've kind of swapped.
It's all gone weird now. So Moxley's out, Pac's in. Apparently, it was going to be a surprise on the night.
Yeah,
they had to drop him in last minute. Absolute showstopper of a match, though. Pac is to be overlooked. It's just insane to me. The guy is chiseled. He can talk, and good God, he can wrestle.
Well, it was during this match that we started a discussion on just how do these guys not work in WWE. I mean, Kenny was there, Cody, Pac is hanging with heavyweights and is world champion.
He's unbelievable. The guy's unbelievable.
How can you put that guy on 205 Live and then plan for him to lose to Enzo?
It's just, this match was big move after big move after big move, and it just proves that these guys, when they're utilised and they're allowed to be who they want to be, can be astonishingly good. Both men hitting dives, loads of stiff shots.
Yeah.
Smashing themselves into the barrier. Like, I don't know if the barrier was too close to the ring or something. Like 2 or 3 dives, I was like, oh my God, you've hit. That is not how you should have landed. You've hit your head on the barrier. You've hit your shin on the barrier.
Oh yeah.
Some guy did that at Ring of Honor and snapped his leg. Like you can't hit your leg
Neville
on that
hit his
barrier.
shin on the barrier, didn't he, on the dive? It looked brutal.
It was, it wasn't so hot on that, but
and given the fact that Neville seems to have a massive hole in his leg from a recent injury.
Look at that photo.
He had a very I hadn't seen it, and oh God, it's bad. But he had a knee brace that went up halfway up his thigh.
Yeah,
covered the whole lot.
But to wrestle like that on
still
one
must
leg,
have hurt
unbelievable.
so much.
Unbelievable. And this crowd, I mean, like, this was a big fight match.
Yeah.
For a match that had no real build. Mind games, taunting, Pac being the heel as he is because he's a bastard. Like, super back and forth, high impact. A couple of botches. Couple of botches. Don't know if that's due to perhaps Pac's leg or a little bit of miscommunication. It happens. It's fine. Yeah. I don't really want to see it at this level where these two guys are some of the best.
I do want to see this match again with build and with some time for them to.
Yeah, maybe they
move.
Rushing through it.
It's hard, I suppose.
A little sloppy at the end,
but it was very. Good.
Fantastic and a really interesting. So lots of V triggers.
Then I forgot how much I missed seeing the V triggers.
They're the best.
There was
Move over, Buddy Murphy.
Yeah,
they're the best V triggers.
So there's V triggers against the ropes, which are cool, but there was one which was in the middle of the ring, which was so cool.
Hell of a sound.
So cool.
Did not hit the one-winged angel. Angel. Pac countered. Also, at one point, Pac countered. What was it where he did the kip up? And it defied the laws of gravity.
Oh, yeah.
He did I can't remember the move. What was it? Oh, it was the running bulldog, the over-the-head bulldog that Kenny does. Yeah. And Pac did a front flip out of the bulldog and landed on his feet.
Yeah, that was early, wasn't it?
Please check that GIF because it is one of the most insane spots you'll ever see.
That was amazing.
And it was just thrown in there. Unbelievable. But yeah, Pac got out of this and went into some kind of brutalize a submission from the one-winged angel attempt.
Yeah.
And Omega passed out, or at least faded in the hole and could not defend himself. Yeah. So the referee called for the bell.
Yeah.
What a weird way to end it.
He sort of went.
It was cool.
He started on his back. He was kind of stretching both knees, arms and
like sort of behind him.
Out each other.
It looked awful. He was all red and like veiny. I was like, oh God.
Omega really got hit up in this match.
That was that.
Pac had
Pac's chest.
He had a horrible mark on the back of his thigh, the leg that wasn't
burst blood vessels on it.
Yeah, by his top of his pec. But yes, in the end, Kenny Omega losing to Pac by submission.
We did think Pac might not come back to lose, but Kenny has been. They got to be careful with his inconsistent booking. I presume it's a storyline, and I will trust that it is. That he's wins some, he loses some. He's not really sure where he sits. He used to be the best, but now he's got this new competition. I kind of get it.
They did it with Okada when he had the red balloon stage.
They did it with Okada,
and now he's back at the top of the card.
And so it makes sense, and I think it makes Pac look badass.
I think, to be honest, if this was a promotion that was run by, like, say me and you were running this promotion
one day.
Yeah, of course. Kenny Omega's the first champion.
Yeah.
But given the fact that it's run by the Bucks, it's the kind of, do we put ourselves over? I think they
want someone with name value.
There's been a decision, I think, to say, look, we're not just going to bring Kenny in and make him the first champion for a year or something, because that would be so obvious.
It would be self-indulgent, and I don't think it would get the casual fans in necessarily.
So I think that's possibly why, but certainly interesting to see Kenny taking losses.
And this looks like it's going to be one of 2 or 3 possible series of matches.
I need to see this match again,
because this was them at kind of 60-70%, still very good, a little sloppy here and there, but very, very, very good.
There's so much more coming from this. I hope
if they dial it up again, this could be a match of the year candidate, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. So Pac looking good. Backstage has a pop-up page later on, so I think they will also reunite the Hangman Page feud as well, which is nice. So
that'd be nice.
Continuity is key here.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't, and then Kenny goes for someone else,
or it's a tag match, or
one of the either Hangman or Jericho. We won't spoil who won until later.
It
was Jericho.
Jimmy Havoc, Joey Janela, Darby Allin.
This was amazing.
There was lots of blood and gore. It was a hardcore match.
Cracker
Barrel
special match thing.
It was entertaining. It was exactly what we thought. There was it was called the Cracker Barrel Clash, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Havoc used a staple gun on himself. Stapled himself.
He went and got it.
That started
very
the match.
early. Just stapled his own arm.
He was often shooting people like a gun, shooting people with staples throughout the match. Alan's deep bath. Alan poured a cup full of thumbtacks into Havoc's mouth and taped it shut, and then taped into a chair.
Yeah.
And then did some kind of dive off the top.
He went to the top to hit.
It was like a splash.
Janela.
Oh yes,
and then
that's right.
Havoc was there like, hit me, and then he turned around and jumped outside.
Just.
What were the other big spots? So there was the actual barrel spot.
Yes. So Alan did a kind of a what do you call it when it's not a trust fall. He kind of just jumped. Yeah, sort of like a backward center with a barrel behind him, and it missed, and he landed on the steps and smashed through the Cracker Barrel, which it was beautifully executed. Alan takes these crazy bumps. He's just hitting himself.
Yeah.
He flops around like a rag doll.
The only bump I didn't enjoy was Joey Janela hitting a moonsault to the outside and hitting no one and just flapjacking straight on the floor. And I thought, do you know what? Obviously when you do a dive and you hit someone, it breaks your fall. But just to go up into the air and then just land flat, I thought, that's
bad, isn't it?
That's bad.
Yeah. Alan, every
Deep
time
bath
had a skateboard full of thumbtacks, smashed Janela in the back with it. I think it's called a coffin drop. His thing where he drops backwards. I think it's called a coffin drop.
Right.
Yeah, I was a big, prolific skateboarder, Darby Allin.
Yeah. So. And managed to get so many thumbtacks into the back of his...
There was blood, there was gore, there were cuts. We can't recap it all, but the ending came basically when Havoc hit Janela with a superplex onto a barrel, and then the acid rainmaker through a barrel.
Yeah. So he kind of caught the edge of the barrel with the superplex. With
his leg. Yeah.
And then turned him around and put him through the rest of it, and then pinned him through the barrel.
Amazing.
So cool.
So didn't expect Jimmy to win, but great to see that he did.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, really fun match. It's not PG, as Cody said during the press conference. Wrestling can't be PG, and I think there is some truth to that. Not necessarily.
Not loads of blood in this one.
No.
But there was blood sort of on arms.
Space and a need, I think, for hardcore matches.
Yeah.
So this was perfect in what it needed to
Nothing
be.
Nothing on this card reached the Rhodes brothers.
Yeah, I don't think it will again. Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah.
And also one of my favourite matches of all time.
Oh yeah.
If not, I don't. It's so recent, but I feel like Dustin Cody.
It's had such a profound effect on you, hasn't it?
I think it's my favourite match of all time.
Wow.
I cried.
Yeah, you did.
I genuinely cried. I had tears in my eyes at the end.
Yeah.
Wrestling.
I need my older brother.
Yeah. Oh my God, couldn't believe it.
Weeping like a little weeper weep.
So would love to have seen Dustin on this card. To be fair.
Well, he's just been signed, hasn't he? Properly, so he shall be appearing, I'm sure. This is where the card slumped a little bit. Dark Order, best friends. Love the best friends. I'm not hot on the Dark Order gimmick. You don't mind it so much. The whole gimp mask thing, I find it a bit tacky. It screams WWE to me, and I just don't want this kind of we're evil. It's like, well, I don't really get it. Like, I don't understand the character motivation.
I don't think the crowd don't get it.
Crowd do not get it and do not care.
No.
So the winners of this match, they earned the first round position in the tag team.
The bye.
So
in the tag team title tournament. To the second round.
Dark Order just dominated, really. I mean, the crowd didn't really care. Like the hot tag, Chuck Taylor looked great, as he always does.
Yeah.
False finishes, as you'd expect. Trent's great. We know he is. I kind of feel like he should really be a single star, but there we are.
Well, it was great when he did that
briefly
in
NJPW
as well.
And sadly got injured, and that hampered his career.
He looked
slightly.
great as a single star. Yeah, because that's why Rocky went to commentary. Wasn't it?
That's right.
Which also worked out great because he's great on commentary.
I wasn't that bothered about this match. I mean, the fatality, the Dark Order's one of their finishes. Great, looks great.
Yeah,
I don't like their little creeper things, like getting involved on the outside.
Yeah.
Why would the ref let all these people be on the outside? It's just a hole in the logic that there's not normally there in AEW. Where I'm just like, just don't do this gimmicky shit. It doesn't work. Lights went out. They win. Dark Order win.
Yeah.
In
this was
dominant
the best part,
fashion.
Really.
Lights go out,
and you think, "Oh, here we go again."
God,
but they're already in the ring, and the lights come up. Just Orange
Cassidy, freshly squeezed,
stood there.
Controversial man, and he does what he does best. He does the incredibly dangerous wrestling moves with his hands in his pockets.
The no-arm dive.
With his sunglasses
The no-arm dar dive.
The no-arm dar dive. So he has his hands in his pockets, does the dive, the tope.
Yeah.
He does a kip up with his hands in his pockets. They best friends go to have a hug, and Orange Cassidy's in the middle, which seems to unify the two. Looks like possibly a new trios faction. Like
this was the other trio we were mentioning earlier.
Crowd loved it.
Another one that's possibly
and he's divisive, Orange Cassidy, but
why?
He's funny. He's a comedy wrestler. Look at your Llanos. Look at your whoever. He's a comedy wrestler. The idea is he's relaxed and he's chilled and he doesn't give a shit. But when he has to dial it up, he can.
Yeah,
that's the gimmick.
Didn't know
on board with the gimmick.
You were saying he's a contemporary of Ospreay.
This is Havoc. No, Havoc's a contemporary.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yes. Oh, that. Yeah.
Cassidy trains with
deathmatch wrestler, but is actually incredibly technical.
Oh, yes. So it's similar to that. And Jimmy's a very good wrestler, but has chosen to do his thing. Same as Orange Cassidy, who's a big lucha trained by luchadors.
Yeah, that's right.
And trains a lot with Chuck and that. So he knows the best friends anyway. Great wrestler. Just chooses to perform in that way. Get on board with it or don't. Either way,
get over it.
The crowd loved it. So someone likes it.
Yeah.
Looks like he's part of the best friends.
Great
going forward.
That's the great thing about wrestling. There's something for everyone.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Jog on. Riho versus Shida next. Again, look, we were a little bit tired at this point. We'd seen a lot of wrestling earlier in the day. I don't know how it came across to everyone else. Two great, talented women. Very good. It was missing some of the magic from the crowd. The crowd weren't that into it. Fans are not still super familiar with Japanese stars. I know Omega's super hot on pushing the Japanese talent. They're very good. I preferred the tag match that they had on the last card. Great match. Riho got the win. Great counter into a roll up at the end. Some kind of weird spinny armbar kind of thing, which I don't even know what it's called, but really, really cool. Quite stiff, some stuff on the apron, some stomps, some knees, like some forearms. It was good.
Leads on to the fact that the first women's champion, which will be the first live show, 2nd of October,
will be Riho or Nyla Rose.
It's wouldn't have picked those two. I mean, I'm interested, and I like that
I'd have picked Kylie.
I would have. I thought Kylie was going to be the first champion.
So perhaps this is. Perhaps they've had to change it. I don't know. Maybe this is always the plan.
At least it's not Brandy.
Yeah,
I was worried it was going to be
the whole authority figure thing. Yeah, she went out.
And at least it's not Awesome Kong, because although fantastic, having a monster as your first.
Yeah. But then if Nyla wins, she's the monster. So
that's true. That's true.
Not sure on this one. I to be honest, I'm not. My excitement for it has gone down ever so slightly. I was very excited for the women's division. I still am, but wouldn't have picked this one. But Riho's very good. And anyway, she pinned Rose and pinned Shida. Sorry. and had pinned Nyla at Fyter Fest. So there is some story there.
Yeah.
So we shall see whether it'll be the underdog or the monster that will win moving forward. But yeah, again, that kind of half an hour
wasn't great.
Wasn't great. We were hoping to be picked up, and we were by the next match in Cody versus Sean Spears with Big Tully, who took some bumps.
Tully, yeah.
Big Tully took some bumps.
Tully was getting involved.
Which was great. In Spears' Corner, of course. Some great promos they've done on the YouTube channel. If you haven't seen them, you should. So Cody brought out MJF into some kind of weird Star Trek entrance. Brought out the dog, Brandy, MJF, and Diamond Dallas Page, who seems to just be his right-hand man now. I guess because he was mates with Dusty, obviously. But so everything's built around the fact that Cody got hit in the head with a chair. All people are talking about, we used to be friends, then you hit me in the head with a chair. That seems to be the story. I know there's more to it than that, but they do keep bringing that in.
They do.
So it's all about revenge. Cody straight goes for Spears straight away. Hitting dives, beating the hell out, taking him through the crowd, dropping Tully with the right hand. Little bit too much interference for my liking. Tully kept getting involved quite a lot. I don't mind it too much, but I would rather a real blood feud than I guess because he's a shitty heel. I guess so. I didn't really like that. Earl Hebner was the ref.
Yeah, he was.
That was kind of cool.
One great pop with Tully getting involved led to Arn Anderson.
He came in later on and gave a wicked spine buster, didn't he?
So cool.
We were really a lot of people were dream booking, it could be Tully in one corner, Arn in the other. No, Arn's not allowed to be there because there's WWE, but he's not there. But anyway, he was there, came down looking good. A little bit slow, poor Arn. But still a god, And Tully was like, "What are you doing? We're brothers. This isn't good." He kind of marched off after Arn. So I'm sure they're not going to have a match, but to kind of play the Horsemen and stuff off against each other is very, very exciting.
It's cool.
A lot of belt shots. Spears whipping Cody with an almighty bruise on him from a belt buckle.
That was horrid.
Hebner kind of taking the belt and doing that typical thing of being distracted for 20 seconds whilst Spears hits the hell out of Cody with another belt,
with a different belt
provided to him by Tully. Cody welts like blood in his back. Really took a beating, but Spears took a beating as well. Took a crossroads. And
it was good.
But
it wasn't
Cody won.
Amazing.
And
that's sort of the end, I guess.
Due to Arn Anderson, really. And I was kind of like, all that build and kind of Spears is lost, and where does he go from here? I don't know. I kind of feel a bit bad. Like, I get it, it's the story, but if it was me, I'd have had Spears win by shitty means in the first one, and Cody, through the help of Arn and training, beats Sean in the end.
You could have extended
in the name of his dad,
for the second match with a tag, and then do the third as the blowout. I just think because now it's over, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. I guess
I guess it's 1-1, but
I wouldn't have done that.
No.
So does it damage Sean Spears? Yeah, I think it does a bit, but
a little bit. Yeah.
We cannot judge until we see where it goes. But it was a pretty brutal match. To be honest, not as good as I wanted it to be.
No, me neither. No,
you said something quite profound in the middle. I wish this was Tyler Breeze and not Sean Spears. Which, having thought about,
I don't know why.
I like Sean. I like Ty. But
when they were in WWE, I just had this thing that they were connected in my mind.
Well, they opened a wrestling school together.
Yeah, and I was like, I
don't know this.
I'd love if Tyler had gone to the Indies. Well, I'd love if they both had. I'd love if everyone did.
Please, everybody leave. It was just, I can't deny a little bit of me thinking, this was not the match that made Sean Spears' career, and I really wish it had have been.
Yeah.
And I was really looking forward to him being in this position, and I just feel like, by no means was he bad, but I thought, it wasn't incredible, and you've lost, so left a little bit something to be desired for me, but I guess Cody looks good, and going forward, he's obviously may well challenge for a belt or something. I don't know. So we shall see. Tag match up next. AAA Tag Team Championships on the line.
Oh yeah.
The Lucha Bros versus the Young Bucks.
This was mental.
Absolutely mental. We cannot possibly recap all of the spots. It is mental. Show stealing match, really. As you thought. Just picture a ladder match between these two teams. It was that.
Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy match.
Worried about Phoenix because he had suffered a knee injury that would impact this. Was limping a bit that I thought didn't really seem to affect what he was doing. He is on another level, Phoenix.
Oh my God.
On form.
What
were the aerial moves from the jumping from the rope to the ladder to the...
Oh, it's so much of that. It's so slick. The speed.
It was the placement, wasn't it, that we were so impressed by.
So good.
Just diving through the ladders, and just every high spot you can imagine, diving through just table spots.
Yeah.
There was just a sharpshooter through the ladder.
Yeah.
Like a dive off the ladder onto the rope, onto the floor.
Yeah.
What
was there was was it a sunset pile driver?
There was a pile driver through a table
from a ladder.
From a ladder, yeah.
Ridiculous.
We thought he took it as safely as he could have done, but good lord, it looked terrifying.
The one thing that was not that really was worrying and not great was so Nick did a ladder, like a pushover ladder spot to the outside onto a table,
and he just caught his foot on the rope.
And looked like he was going to kind of flip over and maybe land. Managed to hit just the edge of the table. It looked like it could have gone very bad. And
he did tweet to say he was okay.
We did say that ladder's the wrong way round. For a pushover.
and it's too
far. That table's
away.
too far, and that ladder's not the right way round for a pushover spot.
He should have, if he was not alive, or any authority to tell him how to book a match, but I think he should have jumped on the top rope and then done some kind of table. But I don't know how he would have done it.
Fell onto the.
I guess when he was jumping, he thought I could make
Maybe
it.
he goes, and it looks like he's going to land on it. Lands on the rope.
Yeah.
Looks like haha, and then gets super kicked or punched or pushed, and does a back bump into the table.
He could have died then. Basically,
it did not look good.
His face in and
did not look good.
Changed for good. So a little bit
cut
scary.
His hand up, didn't he?
Cut his hand up quite badly. Yeah. It's just innovative. Check it out. We can't recap it all.
It's
just
amazing.
Craziness from everyone involved. Pentagon gets unmasked very briefly for the second time in a month because Moxley unmasked him as well.
Yeah.
Crowd booed that.
Yeah.
Don't unmask someone. It is disrespectful.
Yeah.
So the
good
Young
to get
Bucks
that
obviously desperate to win.
Yeah.
There was a lot of older brother versus protecting younger brother stuff.
Yeah,
here.
that was great. They were like each side of the ring with a ladder.
Yeah, had like
and
the
a table set up.
Yeah.
With the younger brother on the bottom.
Yeah, I think so.
And the older brother up there.
I think so.
Yeah, and they were like.
They
played it off as like, I need to go and save him.
Yeah.
Oh, but I've got your partner here.
Yeah.
And then they ended up just both hitting them.
Again, if you say these guys don't have psychology, jog on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very good.
That's absolute bull.
Absolute bull crap. Bull hickey. Super violent end. Lucha Bros win at the end, retain their titles, which I thought they would. You can't keep going with AAA belts in. It doesn't work. I wouldn't really have too many of these cross-brand things.
No.
I like it to be a spectacle. Occasionally, it would be great to have like a New Japan belt defended there, or a Rev Pro, or a whatever. You don't want to keep having other people's belts on your show, so this I would hope would mark the end of that for now. Although they have partnered with AAA, so perhaps not. But or have a AAA showcase, like CMML do for other things. Have a 2 AAA matches on the card,
and maybe like when ROH do it with have like the world title on,
or have an AEW versus a AAA.
That'd be great
match or something, because I'm not so hot on this, because I kind of thought, well, they're not going to win because they're going to go onto TV with someone else's belts. It wouldn't work. So it was kind of obvious who was going to win here. But obviously, check this match out. It was unbelievable, and hopefully everybody's okay. They seem to be. So comes to the main event. We were picked up by this. We were tired, but that match was like
I was tired at this point.
Invigorating.
It went a lot. So UK time. It finished at 5 a.m.
Yeah, we were on past 4 a.m. now.
And this is past. I mean, the main event didn't go crazy long, did it?
No.
20 minutes, so 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's less than half an hour, wasn't it? Yeah.
So we're about 4:30. I am tired at this point.
We were knackered. Jericho, Hangman, of course. Hangman coming to the ring. Yeah. Finally, after all his talk of doing it, coming to the ring on a live horse.
Amazing.
An animal, a mammal.
Is it cruel? Probably. It's not
probably
great, is it?
Cool? You mean cool? It was cool, yeah.
Is it cool original?
It's cool original. It was great.
Yeah.
He looked like a badass. He had the chaps. He was like out of Red Dead. Love this guy. Love this guy.
Love Hangman.
Obviously, Jericho comes in looking like a beast. Although you said you didn't like his little fedora that he
I
wears.
don't. I think
His
it
little
ages
hat.
you so badly.
It does make him look like old.
Yeah. Change your hat to just any other hat.
Any other hat. Name a hat. Choose that. Hat.
Yeah. The Pope's hat.
The cat in the Pope's hat.
The cat in the hat.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think it does. It gives you that kind of aging rock star look. Where
that is what he is.
yeah, he is that.
Maybe he chooses that.
Yeah.
He's not an idiot. Maybe that is why he wears that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're just so uncool, aren't they? Fedoras and trilbies now.
Yeah.
You can't.
Keeps the scarf on. Cringe. But he's a master though, and he
He's
puts in an impressive performance against a youngster again.
Yeah. Little blade job.
Little blade job. It did feel like a world title match. I did say to you earlier on, I don't know if this is really going to feel that big after what we've seen.
Yeah.
I would think a real dent was left after Pac and Omega. I thought, this has all gone a bit
it's
weird
too early,
now.
Isn't it? It's too early.
But you know what? A really, really solid match. A really great match.
Yeah, it was good,
hard fought, back and forth.
Yeah.
Quite methodical, slow. Working over Page's arm and legs. Obviously, his leg was injured by Pac. Super showboaty. Jericho does the ringing the bell as if he's won.
Yeah, so good.
Crafty veteran as he is. That's what he's kind of his thing now. The crafty guy. Page kind of got the upper hand. Super athletic, very strong, doing those kind of throws over.
Yeah, did the deadlift,
fireman carries, and all kind of deadlifts. Which is
where they normally
do
that man the roll through deadlift, where you use the momentum of the roll to pick up, but it kind of stopped on the ground. So in the end, it was Hangman deadlifting from almost no momentum.
Yeah, you got to be a strong boy for that.
Just to pick Jericho up. And Jericho, good lord, he's developing some abs.
Looking good.
Crikey.
Looking jacked. Yeah.
They said he's 48.
Yeah. Looking jacked, man.
Amazing.
Looking jacked, man. Jericho busted open, like we said, did a blade jobby after the discus forearm, which was a little callback to Jericho legitimately busting Page open with a rogue
it was above
kick or
just
forearm,
above the eyebrow as well,
which was bad. Obviously, during Page's recorded promo, he ripped his stitches out, which was hardcore. If you haven't seen that, I've never seen that before.
Really cool.
I'm sure the nurse wasn't too happy about that. But,
yeah,
but
I'm back.
Yeah, what happened to your stitches? So Page escaped multiple walls of Jericho's, kicking out stuff. Jericho's kicking out stuff. Buckshot lariat always looks great.
Yeah,
but didn't make the cover. Jericho had an opening.
Yeah, it was like They did it at the end with Hangman. He's kind of like he went one too many.
Yeah, he thought he needed one more. Picks it back up. Attempts a third.
Spinning
Deadeye
spinning
thing
lariat.
It's called. Did he attempt a third lariat or did he attempt a third?
Oh, I don't know.
Deadeye, which is his kind of backwards pile driver thing. Not sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jericho got out of it. Spinning forearm, Judas effect.
Yeah,
which looked good. He's somehow got an elbow over, which looks nowhere near as good as most other people's elbows. Somehow he's got it over. Hits his finisher.
Yep.
Pins Page clean in the middle.
Clean as a whistle.
AEW champion.
Yep.
Makes the decorated Chris Jericho, one of the most decorated champions of all time.
I think a smart business decision. Makes complete sense.
Get the casual fans in, big name, make all the headlines.
Anyone goes, there's this new promotion, you got to check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, who's in it? Oh, well, Chris Jericho's the world champion.
Oh,
well, that's cool.
Chris Jericho from WWE. That's what people think.
He's got such big name value.
Yes, people are going to say, you're relying on an ex-WWE talent. Well, yes, but also he was a Mexican talent and a Japanese talent and a WCW talent before he was a WWE talent. Yes, that's the way the business works. He's a veteran, he's a legend. Put the belt on him for 6 months, whatever. Hangman can do the chase. It may be that looks like the Hangman has been pulled away from that and he's going to be in the Pac program. Jericho will probably defend a couple of times and then maybe it will go back to the Omega feud. I don't know.
I think it will.
On TV, Jericho's got killer promos.
Yeah.
His matches are still very good. Okay, they're perhaps not the matches he would have even 10 years ago.
Yeah, they're not
good.
Always great.
I still think his best one was the Omega match.
Yeah.
That got the 5 stars initially.
Yeah.
At, I guess it was Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah.
Still good though, great match here. Yep, put the belt on him, makes sense. Get some of the fans in, some of the casuals. I think people respect it. People were happy that he won. I think.
Oh yeah.
It was a little too soon for Hangman, so we'll see who the next challenger is. Jericho's been cutting already some great promos on slagging everybody off, so it's worth YouTubing those.
One note on the end would be How good does that belt look?
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's quite very big. Very big.
Very,
when Aubrey,
very
the ref, was holding it, it was like, that is.
It's
I didn't
super
realise how big that belt
wide.
was. So when Brett was holding it, I was like, that's big, but
yeah,
when you see it, it's like it seems bigger.
The plates are so tall and wide. It's real beautiful.
I thought they might go for the small kind of regional belts that they used to have. But no, they've gone all in. Pardon the pun.
Yeah.
So that was that. So, I'm tired. That was a day of wrestling. One of the first times in a long time we've seen wrestling live in human person, and then watched it with no break straight on the TV. A lot of wrestling. We've got some idea now of what Meltzer and everyone has to experience watching wrestling and coming home just watching some more wrestling. It's hard work. So we were a little wrestled out by the end. But what a weekend. And we haven't even watched NXT. To be honest, I ain't going to watch NXT. I might watch 2 of the matches. I heard the tag match was great.
I'll be honest, I don't know the results.
And I heard the main event was great.
I heard the main event was great. Something to do with Cesaro. One tag match was great.
So we'll see on that one. We're not going to do the comparison. What was the best show? We've already said New Japan really does have the best wrestling in the world.
It's hard to do,
AEW,
seeing as we were there live. I think
it's great. It's still got a long way to go. A lot of production issues still, which was pissing me off.
Yeah, the stream,
sound issues, streaming issues. Some of the nameplates and the graphics coming up were wrong. Didn't really like.
Although one thing I did notice that was cool. I don't know if it was the other cards. Didn't notice it then, but did on this one was the overall. It was a singles record and tag team record.
Yes, Tony was talking
the
about
right side of the nameplate, which you know, once they've been a year,
love this.
Or
super sports, legitimate,
really cool.
Love it. Yeah.
So like, he's on an unbeaten streak of this, or he's, he's lost 4 of his last 6.
One thing that we love about Japan, isn't it? Is
the sports
element. I know it's not MMA, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just keep it more legit. Make it more legitimate. He's won this. He's lost this. Where does that mean that he is now? Where does that place him? Or her. I think that's really, really important to do that. So really smart ideas. They're obviously still coming up with innovative ideas, which is great. They did announce a new pay-per-view. I think it's November the 9th, did they say?
Or 2nd.
Or was it earlier, is it?
I'm thinking it might have been 2nd, or it might be 9th.
No, 9th. Full Gear.
Full Gear.
So that's their next pay-per-view.
So that'll be a month after the beginning of the
beginning of the show, which will be interesting.
Shows.
So I'd imagine the first 4 weeks will be leading to that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But imagine all the belts defended, maybe even a new belt announced.
Yeah. So. No belts. The women's belt was shown.
Was shown, yeah.
The men's
rose gold
belt was obviously won, and no other belts announced. One thing I did like about this show, in comparison to All In, I mean, it's not that I disliked it on All In, but I think now it's established.
It. You were telling me I hate it.
Yeah, it's an established promotion. It's got a TV show. It's got a big deal. It's got big wrestlers. I was happy.
A big deal.
Yeah, I was happy there wasn't like a self-indulgent speech at the end.
There was a speech off.
Yeah, was that right?
Off camera when it was all. They didn't do the awkward thing of "Are we still live?" which was good.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep doing the self-congratulatory speeches. We know it's great. We know you want to change the world. So it's good that they didn't televise that. I think it was Tony that came out at the end and thanked everyone.
Nice. That's nice.
Jericho cut a brief promo saying, "You should thank me. I'm your first champion." So it's
nice.
Healing it up as he does. But not too much of that. I would recommend people check out the post-show press conferences. We were too tired, but I've watched some of Tony Khan's one. Some of the wrestlers, obviously, get asked by journalists. Love those. Absolutely love that. Again, legitimate. I know some people say it breaks kayfabe, but whatever. I love the behind-the-scenes stuff anyway. I really appreciate people asking those pertinent questions straight after the show. I find it's really, really enlightening, especially before talking about it. Yeah. Sometimes it contextualizes things. That's how we found out Kylie, for example, has been released. I would recommend people do that. Chris Van Vliet, the guy who's just been signed by AEW, always films the backstage stuff and does a lot of interviews and things. He's got all Tony Khan's stuff there, so it's worth checking out because there's some interesting stuff that you learn about the show.
Nice.
But yes, so moving forward, another pay-per-view coming up, so looking forward to that. But before then, of course, the weekly stuff. We're still discussing perhaps how we might try and cover the weekly. Yeah. There's no promises at the moment as to how to do that, but
we will be. Presumably the UK will be on a tape delay, I assume, of the next day. I hope, but I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah.
So
still
we will.
There'll
be news on that. But I think
wraps it up. I think doesn't it, mate?
That's probably a wrap.
Thank you everybody for joining us. If you want to check out our live tweets or just follow us in life, Rock Roll Up Pod on Twitter, Rock and Roll Up Podcast.
Try not to sort of follow us around. You'll see me crying a lot before I go to work
every day. Oh, and me, arm in arm. So yes, Rock Roll Up Pod, Twitter, Rock and Roll Up Podcast, Facebook and Instagram. If any of you are listening that did engage with us, I appreciate it. Shout out to Chris again if he's there. Yeah. If you've made it this far, give me a hell yeah. Let us know what you made of all the shows. What was the best show? No fighting, please. No scrapping before dinner. But what did you think was the best show? Is there something we should check out on the NXT card? Is there anything we missed?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments or on social media.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Look out for the next few weeks. We'll have a general episode out.
Regular comedy features that you enjoy.
We'll have a general episode out on the...
When are we going to
17th of September.
Yes, absolutely.
And we will have another Megaphone Mondays out the 1st of October.
Yep.
So we will see you guys then.
We will see you then. See ya. I'm going to have some Dr. Pepper.
Much love.
Much love. Look after yourselves. Don't chop yourselves too hard. I've been Jack.
I've been Kenny.
Peace out.
Big time.